You want to know how to find the perfect relationship or the right partner for you. On a basic level, there is no such thing as the perfect partner or right partner. There are many different possibility of partners that you can have that also are going to have their pros and cons. The thing that you need to understand in order to manifest that ideal partner and ideal relationship in your life is the confusion that you have. Majority of my clients, which are females, not that I don't accept males. If you're a male, please do come. Link in the description to get your Vedic astrology reading done. But majority of you guys are in a state of confusion, and you guys use the state of confusion that you're in to manifest the partner, the person that ends up coming into your life. And the reason why that's an issue, when you end up manifesting someone from a space of confusion, what do you think you're going to get? You're going to get someone who's also confused, or you're going to manifest a relationship that's not going to be your ideal. Let me fix this up real quick. Let's see. I think that's better, right? Move back. You're going to end up manifesting someone who isn't your ideal because you're manifesting them from the space of confusion. And what usually happens during that time is you utilize the butterflies that you feel in your stomach due to that person randomly coming in and saying, oh yeah, I want to have a relationship with that person, rather than seeing really if they fit the criteria that you truly want. I understand that it may be too much to ask yourself, but in the beginning it's important to be able to look and see, can I see myself marrying this person? Despite the kind of, I don't know, quote unquote red flags that they have. If there's any red flags, you need to have like a scale, like to see, like, is it a deal breaker or is it a deal breaker? If it's a deal breaker or in the middle, you shouldn't get with them, because you're automatically deciding that if you get with them and the deal breaker is between medium to high rate on the scale of how much of a deal breaker it is for you, you need to understand they have free will as well. It's their choice if they want to get rid of that thing that you consider a deal breaker or not. It's their choice to change. And you need to think to yourself, how long are you willing to wait for them to possibly change, no matter how much you request? If they decide that they want to be able to lie to you, they want to be able to play games with you, they want to be able to make fun of you, they want to be able to keep you down, all these different kind of bad habits that can get developed in a relationship. How many weeks, months, or years can you see yourself ultimately wasting to eventually decide that, okay, I'm over this person, and not utilizing the emotional attachment that you created over the years or months to use that as a catalyst as to why you can't leave them? You need to decide these things early. And usually, majority of you are manifesting the person from a space of confusion because you are saying to yourself, and you guys say this to me, that I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. I don't think I want to be in a relationship. I'm more happy alone. But then, if someone comes along, I'll be more than happy to take that person. If they're cute or if they're nice or, whatever the case may be. And you can't do that. You need to decide either or. You are a conscious being. You are consciousness. You're not the body. You're not the mind. You are consciousness. Therefore, you need to make more conscious decisions so that you're more aware of what's currently going on in your life, and not just thinking to yourself at the end of the day, how did I get here? Because no longer the butterflies are there in your stomach the day that you fell in love with that person. So you need to get out of the state of confusion, meaning that you can't be stuck in the middle. You need to decide, I'm going to be celibate or I'm going to be in a relationship. And I don't want to hear this crap of being celibate for a couple weeks or a couple months or a couple years. Celibacy is for monks. Celibacy is for monks. If you want to be a monk, go live in an ashram, go live in a temple, and live there for the rest of your life. If you have a child, leave them with family, put them in foster care, complete with them, and go with your life. Stop with the idea that, I've been celibate for 2 years. It just simply means that you haven't had sex, or you've been insecure, or you've had some fear about growing attachment to someone you had sex with, whatever the case may be, as to truly why you haven't had sex, but you're not celibate. Celibate is a vow. It's a commitment. It's not a thing where you do for one day and then the next day you're not celibate. Like, I'm not celibate for the time that I've last had sex just because I haven't had sex. I just haven't had sex. I prioritized other things. I prioritized work, working with you guys, videos, content, readings, and my manifestation program, Omnipotence. So get out of the state of confusion, and you need to decide, do I want to be in a relationship or do I not want to be in a relationship? Don't utilize and use the things that are propagated on social media as a catalyst as to why you don't want to be in a relationship, because you have fear of rejection, or you have fear of someone being not loyal to you, or this and that. There's not even any point of putting energy towards the past experiences you had or the experiences that you could have based on what you see on social media, and say, oh, well, this is why I don't want to be in a relationship, because I don't want this list of things to happen to me. You're putting energy towards that thing in the first place. I understand a lot of people are not educated to find out where to find their partner, where should they be finding men, where should they be finding women, where not to find men, where not to find women. And if they do find someone, no matter where they're from, in terms of like wherever they found them or bumped into them or got in contact with them, how to be able to see if they hit the criteria or not. So a lot of time people kind of bypass their criteria and they just go straight into a relationship or go straight into doing whatever they want to do with that person. So that state of confusion that you're in, that's one, you decide if you want to be in a relationship or not. If you want to find out how your partner is, who is the person you're going to marry in this life, and what are the majority of the kind of relationship you've been getting, you can click the link down below for a Vedic astrology reading, and we can find that out. Let's say if you don't want to have a partner, and you have some very ambitious things in mind where you want to create something, you're not that interested in relationships right now, that's also fine. And you can also click on the link and we can find out what are your strengths and weaknesses, where you should be putting majority of your energy, passion, and strength in order to manifest what you're wanting to manifest, no matter what it is, with ease and with grace, and also fast as well, in a timely manner, not like a decade to come. Being in a state of confusion, you're better off deciding something rather than staying in the middle. Staying in the middle is going to only create suffering for you. People who gets into relationships where they're trying to change the person, and the person does not want to change, and they make it obvious that they don't want to change. Let's say if you want to have children, the person does not want to have children, then leave them, go, make space for someone else. The person who does not want to change, once you try to intervene with their free will, it no longer becomes love and compassion that you're trying to make them change. Whether it's going to be good for them or good for the relationship as a whole, whether it's drugs, whether it's an addiction, doesn't matter what it is. It becomes suffering once you're trying to intervene with their free will. It's no longer love and compassion. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to be your baby mama. I can fix you. No, it becomes torture for them now. Because now you're trying to intervene with the thing that they want. You need to leave, not stay and try to fix them and waste time, years, and create more baggage for yourself. And now you're going to throw that responsibility onto someone else and say, oh, the reason I'm like this because, my ex, they were like this and I got used to that, so now I do it. Listen, that's all BS. Stop creating this kind of confusion mentality, this vicious cycle, creating all this baggage. Relationships can be very simple. And I usually tell people, if you don't know how to have a relationship, that means you don't know how to be in relationships. If you have issues in your relationships, it means you don't know how to be in relationships. So to find out more on what's going to be best for you when it comes to relationships, what's going to be best for you in terms of getting out of this state of confusion, the link is in the description. Click now to book for your Vedic astrology readings, because I have limited spots left this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Namaskar.